Hey, Polyphonic, this is Jade Simmons coming at you for another week here. I wanted to talk to you today about realizing that you're more qualified than you think. By qualified, I mean qualified to work outside of the musical field that you've chosen. Now, who I'm talking to are maybe musicians who have been performing or teaching, and you've decided that it's not quite what you want to do and you want to look at making a career shift. Or if you're like me, you love performing, it's your first love, but you're interested in pursuing some of your other interests simultaneously. Well, most of us musicians, because we've majored in performance and in education with music in front of that, we think that we're automatically limited and unqualified to do anything else outside of the field. And that may look like the case on paper if all you do is list your musical degrees and the concerts that you've played. But if you look at the skills that you've probably developed as a musician and put those on paper, you'll see that you're more qualified than you think. So know that your degrees have not trapped you, that if you look closely, you'll find that you may be uniquely qualified for opportunities, especially opportunities within the worlds of arts management, or any type of creative consulting. So I want you to first make a list of special qualities that you have. Now, so for me, things that come very easily and naturally for me are public speaking, as well as writing. I love to write press releases. I have a really good record of getting those releases usually printed, reprinted, verbatim, which means that my message gets across clearly and unadulterated. And that messaging has turned me into someone who's very aware of the concept of branding. So now a lot of my speaking engagements revolve around branding, marketing, promotion, and getting publicity. So there are probably some things that you can do that make you uniquely qualified. For instance, in terms of teaching master classes, you might not need to go about them the same way as they've always been done. Maybe there's a particular skill within performance or presentation that you're able to relay. So you should be focusing your master classes on that particular skill. So once you've found out what these separate skills are, they can be anything that requires you to write or to speak or to draw out or teach particular skills. What you do is you can look for job listings that require those skills. Then you'll craft your resume and your cover letter to highlight those capabilities that you have. Now, you don't have to just go after listings that exist. You can create your own product. There may be a particular thing that you can teach. Now there are all these websites that allow you to teach to large groups of people. I'm thinking of Skillshare as one of them. But there's so many webinar programs that you can use to disseminate your product and build a brand and a name for yourself outside of your performance or your music teaching capabilities. What I want to warn you right away of not doing is don't start with all these disclaimers. Don't say, I know that I'm just a concert pianist, but really I'm good at this. Or I know that my degrees are only in music and they're not in communications, but I know how to speak really well. Don't lead with a disclaimer. Lead with why you uniquely and unusually fit the qualification that they're asking for. And then you use the fact that you are or have been a performer, professional musician as an asset. You highlight the ways that that unusual job, profession, has allowed you to bring a certain special capability to the job at hand. So what I want you to remember is that you're more qualified than you think, and you should be excited to look for new opportunities outside of performance if that's what you're hoping for, that will allow you to show off those special skills. Good luck with that.